Hey everybody, me again. This time I'm in the gym and I think some people have a misconception of what these rails are for. Because most times when I come into the gym, they're on the floor, right? These are safeties that are repositionable so that we can put them where we need to protect ourselves when we're working out in the gym by ourselves. So almost every exercise you do with this bar, you can raise or lower these as needed to protect yourself from either dropping the weight or losing control of the weight and going back on the floor. So a very quick demonstration, which looks like not a lot of weight, but I don't do a lot of weight. But you can see I'm simply going to do a traditional squat. But because sometimes it's a little dangerous for me to go all the way to the ground, you can see these racks, these safeties don't interfere, but I'm able to go all the way to the floor and come up without fear of losing control. And should I need to, if I have a problem with too heavy weight and I need to put it down, I can obviously just put it down, right? Very simple, without hurting myself, should I put too much weight or go too low. Now if these weren't here and I was doing something too heavy, I could certainly hurt myself, and that wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't be great if I was in the gym by myself. So if you do find that they're in your way for whatever reason, like if you're doing a decline bench press, I can understand that they could be in your way, right? But with them all the way down at the lowest rate, if they're still in your way, just simply put them back on when you're finished. Like you found them at a certain height, just put them back maybe at the lowest rate after you're done with your decline. Because a lot of people are not using these as safeties. And a lot of people are not using the cuffs at the end for safeties, which are also, they're just safeties for us, right? So do yourself a favor. I've seen lots of people get hurt in lots of different gyms, but don't be afraid to move the safeties up or down. If you want to take them away, take them away. Just put them back so the next person who maybe doesn't realize what they're there for knows that they have safety guides, right? So they're absolutely not in the way for any traditional bench press. So I'll reconfigure for a second and I'll do a bench press for you guys to show you that they do not interfere with normal size weights, even in a traditional bench press. Certainly they would not in an incline bench press, but I'd encourage you to use them as you need to. So let me reposition. Okay, so I've reset it. I put these a little bit lower, not all the way to the bottom. They're about 5 notches up, but you can see they're at a good level. So should I have a problem when I'm bench pressing, it would simply give me a stop that would allow me to protect myself. Should I, like this is this part, this is right to my chest, right? So should I have a problem with this, I can certainly move it and get it out from under my head without hurting my neck, right? This is the reason for these safeties, right? If I'm doing something heavy and I'm not using the safeties, I have to bring this bar down all the way on my chest and then try and roll it down my body. That's very unpleasant, right? So if you can just simply use the safeties, as you can see, they do not interfere with a traditional bench press, right? At all. No reason to take the safeties off. If you want to leave them at the lowest position, just leave them at the lowest position, right? But simply having them available is good for everybody who's doing any exercises in the gym when we're by ourselves. So these go up and down. You can simply pull the pin. If you want to reposition it, you can just pull the pin, pull it out, put it down towards the bottom, Put the pin back in. And it's here for the next person to use. That's another nice thing about not leaving it on the floor, is that when the team that cleans the gym and mops the floor, they don't have to mop around it and leave a mess, right? They can just simply, if we put everything away, they can clean up, you know, the vacuuming, the mopping, all of the stuff that we all love to see happen. So feel free to use them any way that you like, but you know, if you just put them back when you're done, then you're being super courteous. So I don't mean to be condescending. It's just getting late. And old man's getting tired. Old man's getting tired. Right? So everybody have a good evening.